the box. In the box. So you got a red one right there.
Hello.
You got to do it like this, babe. Yep. You can lift it up too. There you go.
Oh.
Well, yep.
Okay.
Here we are.
I don't have that sexy voice like you.
Beer.
Cheers, bitches.
Cheers. Should we start?
Sure. Hit the button.
Beers with Nigel is poured for you by Dire Oil Graphics, promotional products and design. They cover your brand bumper to bumper with graphic design, promo products, and print. See what Dire Oil Graphics can build for you at direoil.com. That's DYEROIL.com.
So welcome to Beers with Nigel. It's a show about beer and other stuff or things, depending on the year.
Yeah.
This will be episode 99.
Yeah, we're going to party like it's 99.
What were you doing in 99?
That was a bad joke.
I mean,
I was a sports reporter.
Where was I in 99?
I was a sports reporter here, actually.
I think I was in Oklahoma City. That was my Nigel Night days on the radio.
Nigel Night.
I was a photographer.
And you still are.
Yes, I still am. For sure.
Welcome to the show. Jenny
I'm excited about this one.
Jenny from the Grains. Jenny, what's the phone number? 8675-3099.
Thanks for having me, boys.
So Jenny is, I guess at this point, you're kind of a staple in the downtown Lee Summit community. I mean, hell, I've known you for probably been 10 years now.
I think we met
Probably.
like 2 bars ago.
Yep, at Mingle.
That's a great way to put it. I met you 4 bars ago. How are you doing, my dear?
I'm doing fine.
You know, we've been talking about you coming on this show for
Probably 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
since the beginning.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, Nigel kind of poo-pooed me at first. It wasn't about that idea. He's like,
How did I poo-poo? That is lies.
You've told me this before, Nick. You said that you wanted to have me, and Nigel was like,
That is not.
we got better guests.
I have never denied a guest ever. I've never said we shouldn't have that person.
I know, but I'm not going to let your facts get in the way of my story.
Well, I mean, here we are. Here we are.
This is a much better story when you're the nemesis.
Of whom?
Me, anyone.
He kind of threw me off earlier. He was like, because he didn't remember I said noon, and I'd sent him, you want to do a nooner, and he took that as something different.
But look, I stopped when I read nooner, I stopped thinking about you.
So he's texting me like
I
this
was
morning.
like, oh man, my
What
wife's
time?
coming home.
You only said
Yes!
before 2:30. I'm like, no. I said go up and read the last text I sent you, and then he was like,
Oops.
he's like, we're not. What'd you say? Something about sushi? I'm like, do you want to go do it at the sushi bar? I mean, I'm not opposed to that. He's like, I was kind of joking.
That would have been fun too, though.
Yeah.
It would have been noisy.
They probably wouldn't have appreciated us the way tap rooms like it when we come in. But
I don't think they would have cared. They'd been curious.
yeah.
We wouldn't have been bothering them. It'd been fine. Could have some daikon rolls, man.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
fave. Well, we
Yeah.
have to do it again soon because
Yeah.
I've been
yeah.
craving it.
So Jenny, let's talk about Jenny. So like I said, we know you from 2 bars ago at Mingle. What's your history in? I know you're a photographer, but
Yes.
you also have an alcohol history. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
You didn't know it was going to be a
This is now a therapy episode.
intervention.
I literally just
I've got a letter for you, actually. I need to read it.
I got thrown into bartending, honestly.
Really?
So, yeah, little Jess, Jess
Yeah.
Williams, didn't want to bartend anymore. And so she asked Jess Kurzweil, hey, can Jenny come in? Alex's mama, because she's probably not doing good staying at home all the time. So
Really?
that was, for real. And yep.
So you had never bartended before that?
Never.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah,
I know.
I know. I would have thought that she's got more experience
And
than
then
everybody.
this is scary. Graham is the one that taught me how to bartend.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Graham. Yeah. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah, were you a little intimidated when you first walked behind the bar? Like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. But then everybody loved me, and then it was.
Well, you've got a presence.
How about you
you
come Saturday night too, not just Friday night?
Yeah.
And then hey, you want to do Tuesday night too? Everybody loves you.
So were you doing like photography full time when you were doing
Oh
this?
yeah.
So you just decided I can do both.
Yeah, for sure.
She's like, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've only been full-time at Grain. Well, like truly full-time at Grains. I've been there for over 7 years,
Yeah.
but full-time for the past 2 years
Really?
as their taproom manager. Yeah.
It seemed like you've been.
I've been there the entire time from day one at 10
But you-
Southwest 3rd Street opened.
But you weren't full time.
No, I was Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights.
Yeah,
that was
I
it,
guess
honey.
I guess that makes sense.
That makes sense,
COVID.
but that's not how my brain
Yeah.
works.
COVID, yeah, Brad had been asking me for many, many moons to like be the taproom manager, and I was like, nope.
Why were you saying no?
Because I had another business. But then when COVID happened, I was just like, I paused, and he's like, oh, you paused. Like, he's like, I thought you'd shoot me down again. And he was like, give me a week, let me make you an offer.
Wow.
And he did. And I love doing it. But I also still love photography.
Yeah.
I just assumed she'd been running
And
that
yoga.
bar from the beginning.
I mean, yeah.
No,
I
I mean-
that's the way it seems.
It's Jenny's bar.
I'm just the old bitch, so everybody thinks I own
See,
it.
nobody calls you a bitch.
Look,
Come on.
nobody calls you old or bitch.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Well, that's what I call myself.
That's a story I haven't heard
Yeah.
because it seems like you've been a staple for forever. How long did you work at Mingle?
Just 7 months.
Really?
Yes.
And then it
Yeah.
went away. Or
Yeah.
did you
I mean,
leave
I had
before?
met you before I ever started bartending there.
Sure.
Just like in passing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just,
yeah. But you don't really forge those relationships, so you spend some time talking
Exactly.
to somebody across the bar.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I
yeah.
mean,
Look, bar relationships are special relationships.
oh yeah.
True.
There's been many after party at Jenny's house after bartending.
Yep. Well, or
Shout-
yours.
Shout out to Jess Criswell because she seems to be the common denominator in this whole
Oh, yeah.
this whole relationship. God love
Yep.
her.
Look, I never knew
That's
what.
probably where rule number 1 might have come in. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Safety third.
Safety third. Yeah. I mean, there might have
Oh,
been
Safety third.
There was so many things.
There might have been a night where there was what kind? Was it a bike helmet?
Yes, we were wearing a bike helmet.
And there was like you put your big plots on like a
Plant roller
a plant
stand.
roller. It might have been some plant roller surfing in her living room.
That
There
sounds
was.
fun.
Oh, it was great.
That sounds dangerous but fun.
Oh yeah, that's why you put the helmet on. Had the flashing light on the back.
Oh,
I feel like wasn't that
Yeah.
a Friends episode or something? When
So,
we did have the flashing light on.
it did, yeah.
Yep.
That was a great little helmet.
And
yeah.
all the after pool parties super late.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, that we go back. So what was it like becoming a bartender and having to learn cocktails? Because now you're really good at it. And the few times I've had to do cocktails, what are you pointing at?
can you turn down my ear holes?
Oh my gosh,
I was trying not to interrupt you, but you.
which
Next-
one are you?
next one.
This one?
Yeah, there you
You can't. Am I too loud for you?
go. There you go.
Okay, so I know how it is. It's sometimes it can be daunting trying to figure out cocktails and then to remember them. You remember going through that? What was that like for you?
Yeah. Well, luckily I would be like, hang on just 1 second. And I would turn around, look it up on my phone.
Yeah.
Thank God we've got computers in our hands,
Yeah.
at all times. But, and I'll have some people who'll come in and they'll like say some shot and I'm like, oh, I've heard that before. I'm like, I don't think I can do that, but let me double check.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't have pineapple juice.
Yeah.
I can't make that for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
Because the mingle
look
days
it up.
were
Now I
kind
type them all out. And so,
yeah, but the mingle days were kind of wild west. So.
oh my gosh, yes.
Were there rules at Mingle? I mean, like, here's the thing. I don't know
think
how
so.
to describe, even when it was open or now, I do not know how to describe to people what Mingle was, but it was a great bar. Like, we had a great time, but you cannot label what that place was.
And this how I discovered mingle. I worked at City Hall, and I could see the back patio on Fridays because my boss and I would have a meeting. I was like, what is that place? And so I dragged Caleb with me. I'm like, we got to go over here and see what's going on. First, we went to the Peanut. I was like, I don't know about the Peanut. They had a good beer selection, but
That was it. That's where it stopped.
That wasn't my vibe. We went to Mingle. We was like, oh, this is different, because there was always some shenanigans going on. It was just, I mean, a lot of people,
Always.
a lot of the people I know now, I met there, because that was the spot. And we've talked about this before. That was the first spot downtown that craft beer was a thing, and Jessica was the first one to bring the for lack of a better term, the deuces, the bombers, because we've talked about this.
Right.
The first time I ever had Hop Stupid was at Mingle.
Yeah.
And I'd always been a beer guy. I'm like, what is Hop Stupid? I've got to try that because it's got a great name. And it was as advertised, hoppy as fuck.
Yeah, you had lots of beer at the old Struthers that used to that became Peanut.
Yeah, it's before my time.
But it was not. It was not a craft beer focus.
Oh no.
But Jessica
brought it all in.
She really did. I mean, there were probably
and
other
also
places.
she was the first to do weird cocktails, like different.
Yeah, it's like Twizzler infused.
Yeah, she had her glass jars in the on the back shelves there, and what the hell is she doing now?
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna drink it. I drink all of the things.
Yeah. And this that her being there, Mistress Meredith being there, it just had a vibe to it. It had a different vibe than anything in down. And that was before Downtown Lee Summit even was starting to pop. You know what I'm saying?
That was the start of it kind of being a bar district.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of it.
Yeah.
But every
Give it
little
up for Jess.
I know.
every little corner of that place though had a different vibe.
Yeah.
Like even inside, it wasn't that the bar had a different vibe. Pieces of the bar had a different vibe.
Yeah. So that's where you cut your teeth making cocktails.
Absolutely.
Only 7 months. Where'd you go after that?
7
Did you go to
months.
Grains?
I went straight to Grains. Yeah.
Now,
How did that happen?
Oh, let's see. For my 50th birthday, me, Alex, Jess, Austin, and Jess Kurzweil, and my friends Rachel and Stephanie all flew out to Vegas for my 50th birthday. Well, we were supposed to stay an extra couple nights, but me and Jess actually flew back home because Mingle was closing.
Oh.
And so we came back home, and Brad happened to be sitting on the patio. Brad Bame. And
at Mingle?
Yeah. Out on the patio at
Weirdly.
Mingle.
I don't know that I ever saw Brad Bame at that bar.
He came down to tell Jess, sorry, whatever.
Yeah.
Best wishes. And she happened to see me as I walked outside and said, hey, like, how did your interview go? Because I actually interviewed at 3rd Street, and I was like, this is not my vibe, and I don't have to wear
a vest.
Something. Yeah, I don't want to wear a vest. I mean, obviously, I don't like people telling me what to wear because I try to be a little out there.
Yes.
And political in my own way.
Yes.
But Brad was like, hey, I'm looking for someone. And
was this before they moved across, or did they move across already?
No, they knew they were going to be moving up.
Oh, so
there.
they were still down where
Yes, but
Fringe
they were
is.
still down there.
Wow.
Yes, but they knew they were moving, and so I went and talked to him, and it was funny. I took him in like a resume. And he was like, I don't really need that, but okay. He's like, you've got the job if you want it. So yeah, and it worked out, and it was just like part-time. And,
Yeah.
And then I love it. And I look back at pictures from when from before the fire and everything, and what it was. And then I'm like, oh, it's changed a lot. There's a whole lot of Jenny touches all around that place now.
Yeah.
and that's a good thing.
And that's probably why we all just think of it. Oh, she's just always run that bar.
Yeah. I mean
I kind of just started doing what I wanted. Kind of,
Yeah, for the most part.
So
they don't have design style. Get out of here.
No. Look, they're two nerdy engineers. Love them.
Brian should be more creative, though. He's a musician. I don't know what the hell his problem is. He needs to chill
Does
out.
he have the engineer background too? I forget.
No, he's a musician, bro.
he's a musician.
Yeah, he went to
Right.
Belmont University, man.
Yeah.
In Nashville.
He's incredibly talented.
Classically oh, my God. He did the best version. Remember that you guys were doing open mics?
Yes.
And he did an acoustic version of Making Plans for Nigel.
I'm sorry. Come back again?
Yes. He did an acoustic version of Making Plans for Nigel.
Yeah.
In the tap room. Oh, it was great.
Yeah,
Why is this not happening more often?
Well, because it was kind of expensive because to have a guy be there to instruct it and for him to keep playing when no other people would be there to show up. So sometimes we'd have 3 people who wanted to either bring an instrument or to sing, and it just wasn't enough. I wish we could do it again.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
What's her face?
You should just have
Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly. I had no idea she could sing.
Oh my gosh.
She's so full.
Just have Brian play. Screw open night.
That's what we tried, but he has no other time. Plus, I think he just doesn't want to do it. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's fair.
Pretty much.
I mean, but you're Jenny. You can make him do anything.
I mean, I can't make him do anything. He's still my boss.
I don't know. You've made a lot happen there.
That's true. That's
Okay,
true.
so you know what time it is. It's
Mystery Beater.
So if he was close to the board, we have a Luke from Bree Burrows. when we did the podcast over there at Big Rip, shout out to Big Rip, she kept singing Mystery Beer. So now it's a loop. And so when we have people, if we were close to the board, you can hit a button and we'll play the little loop thing. But
it's way over there.
I mean,
So you can add it in later.
you know what you need? You just need a longer chord. You can just step over there and boop it and come on back.
A little boop it?
Yeah, a little boop it. Boop it. So, Jenny, you get to do the honors. Grab the bag. That's the mystery beer bag.
First, you got to down your glass.
Or we'll get you another one.
Yeah.
So that bag is from a golf course, as you might imagine.
Yes, I see.
That bag came from Anthony Medina.
I know Anthony.
And he is yet to come on the podcast and explain his. You're going to hit the button anyway, aren't you? There you go. He wants to do it. He's going to do it, isn't he? You don't even know which button to put. You can come back over. It's fine. So we're going to play a game.
Okay.
You tell us what that beer is. Try not to look at the ABV.
Okay.
Because we're going to taste it, and then we're all going to play like Price is Right rules.
Okay.
Guess the ABV.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
I had an empty glass.
But I'm telling you the name.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. This is City Barrel's Day Drinker Mimosa style.
Yeah. So you get to crack. You get to crack it open.
She needed a new glass.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
So you get to crack it.
Bless
That was a good burp. That was good.
Thank you.
Oh, we forgot to give you the rules. You can burp
Yeah.
if you're a burper.
Not that you can.
I mean, it's
you
beer.
should.
Yeah. We like to judge burps. That was like a 4.
And not that we have to tell you this, too. You can say whatever words you want, too.
Okay.
We didn't even go over the rules. We're so informal with you, Jenny. That's the thing.
Well, look, we're just so excited.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
This is our fanboy moment.
Aw.
And there's not many of those.
No.
Well, there's probably lies.
Yeah.
I mean, you fangirled Courtney Service.
Wow. Who doesn't?
Well, do you know the story?
No.
I feel like we've told this story too many times.
98 episodes ago, he did not like sours.
What?
Episode 2,
I didn't know.
he just didn't know. Episode 2, he had a sour from Service. Sour guy, sour boy now.
Fell in love.
And he has a shirt that says Courtney Service fanboy.
Which I made before I even actually met her. And then we had her on the show. We went out there and had her on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like also a super awesome human.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Aw.
So let's try this mimosa beer.
Oh, that's
It's
tasty.
like a beer mimosa. A beer mimosa.
That's what it says.
That's
it is.
tasty.
What do you think the ABV is on this?
Oh, yeah, that's our other game.
I'm going to say 4.6.
Ooh, you went low. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
5.2.
Although I should have went higher.
Well, Price is Right. You only get to say it once. I'm gonna say
No, I
6.4.
Yeah. Just flip mine.
It's probably
Your
7.
actual retail ABV, 6.6.
See, winner.
Nigel
Wiener.
Yeah.
Nigel gets the rest of the can.
Wiener. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
When you
Nigel's the wiener.
Yeah.
And
I'm a wiener.
it's Price is Right rules, so closest without going over,
Okay.
which you should know that rarely do Nigel and I win. We suck at
Oh,
our own game.
we're terrible at it.
Horrible at our own game.
I don't even do games, so.
I mean,
like beer pong.
I remember playing beer pong at your house. I was terrible at it.
I like bags. I'm really good at it.
So, you make that flip to grains and taps, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was your experience in beer before that?
Well, I had brewed myself, like with Mr. Beer Kit.
No shit.
What the hell?
Absolutely.
Hold on, Mr.
Whoa.
Mr. Beer Kit
And-
raises his ugly head again.
I
Hang on.
can't tell you how many times Mr. Beer Kit comes up in this show.
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody wants to just try it out.
When
right?
was this?
Oh, years ago. I'm talking, probably 15 years ago.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And what made you want to do that?
Well, honestly, it was given as a gift to my ex-husband, and he didn't use it.
Yeah.
So I used it one day, and then he got a little upset that I used his thing before him. And I'm like, well, I wanted to try to do something, but I don't like to follow directions.
So what
So
what
I
did you
wanted
make?
to just, instead of just like following the exact kit, I decided to add like blueberry puree to it.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I literally bought a can of blueberries and drained it all out and
Okay.
blended it all up and poured it in there. So the consistency was a little
Well, how did it
little
taste?
funky. It actually tasted pretty good.
Wow.
For just like a 1 little gallon kit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know, you're the 1%er because most of the people that first batch on Mr. Beer
like,
is not great.
Yeah.
A lot of people say not great. A lot of them say I still drank it because I had to.
Oh, yeah. But it actually tasted good with the blueberry in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. And that was before I knew I was allergic to wheat. And so it was actually like a wheat.
Oh,
beer,
yeah.
I used to drink them all the time before I knew.
I just tried the blueberry from Smoke. They have a blueberry lager now.
Really?
Not bad. I liked it.
I was listening to Funky Town today on my walk. It's a brewery out of Chicago. And they were talking about mango pills.
I remember that.
I was like, I would like to have that.
Yeah.
Can we get Brian to do one of those, a mango pills?
I promise you he will not add anything to the pills. Besides, like,
Yeah.
Why is this?
the house party. Because
He has a lot of rules.
pure.
Yeah, he has a lot of rules.
Hang on, it is a really, really good pills, is it
Oh,
not?
absolutely. I had it on
so
Sunday.
he doesn't want to sully it.
Hold on.
sully.
Did you? She said sully.
I said sully.
That's a $9 word. All I've got is $3.
That might be the first $9 word in our show in 99
Ding, ding,
episodes. He does. And I understand and I respect that decision, but he does have a lot of rules.
I know. I
No,
have
he's-
so many beers that I want to.
Yeah.
Create.
You're and it's funny because at Grains and Taps, as much as they go off the beaten path when it comes to the classic styles, it's going to be a classic style, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's not like City Barrel or Diametric where they'll take a particular style. Like the one
Well,
that was,
Diametric, they'll take a style and be like, I'm gonna fuck this up.
in a good way.
I'm about to fuck this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, for fun.
Yeah, because people like right now are coming in because they did that whole anniversary thing. They did a bunch of versions of Juan Moore, which is a Mexican lager, and they did that salt and lime one.
Yes.
Did you happen to have that one?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
that
Lord,
was my
that
favorite.
was so good.
I'm like, y'all need to bring that back because people are coming in wanting Juan Moore and they want a lime in it. I'm like, you should probably make that a flagship. You know what I'm saying?
That needs to be on the rotation for sure.
Or something.
Yeah.
Something.
So good.
Anyway, so Mr. Beer Kit. Wow. And so it's almost full circle. You go work at a brewery.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now,
And then
in between that time, were you drinking beer before you had the Mr. Beer Kit? Do you remember what you were drinking in like when you were younger? What you know?
when I was younger,
Yeah.
let's see, we shot some malt ducks.
Yes. Finally someone who
the way-
understands
Well,
the
that's
malt
because we're the
duck.
same age.
By the way, she went from
some other people who are not.
throwing out sullied to we shot some malt ducks.
You know anything about
Yes.
malt duck? The little tiny bottles.
Oh, yeah.
We used to drink those shits. And, all it was malt liquor.
It was malt liquor.
I'm from
I
Southwest
know.
Missouri. Yes.
Oh, they had it down there. Yeah, they had all different flavors.
Yes.
Malt duck was not the worst thing out there.
It was. It actually was pretty decent compared to like,
Bro, you ever had a Budweiser?
Okay.
Fuck out of here,
or
man.
what is it, the big mouth ones?
Mickey's.
Mickey's.
The
Oh my gosh. Did you know
Mickey's.
that Mickey's will freeze if left in the back of your mom's car?
What? We didn't know.
What?
They freeze.
Was that your first beer
In the
slushy?
winter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We used to do with the Mickey's.
We would have to like lick it like a popsicle and like
To
get a
get-
spoon. We'd
I
have
had
to
a
go
buddy-
into
Oh,
like
yeah.
Dairy Queen and get a spoon.
Oh, so it would like freeze like a
Like,
slushy.
I'm talking like freeze like a slushy
Ooh,
in the
we should-
glass
we
bottles.
should do
like,
that.
I had a buddy in high school that was
oh,
his
it
go-to.
tastes horrible. Don't
Got his
do
brother
it.
to buy him the Mickey's.
I've had worse beers than Mickey's. I had a Mickey's probably last year sometime.
Really? Oh,
Because
High Life
so
out of the Mystery
skunky.
Machine.
No. Mickey's Big Mouth, the hand
oh,
grenade.
yeah.
Yeah, not Michelob. Yeah, we used to play quarters with the Mickey's bottle because a quarter would fit right in the top,
Oh yeah.
Damn.
and you had to drink.
You got skills if you're
That
hitting
was
that.
creative.
Oh, I used to tear some people up with that shit. I was legendary at quarters. Legendary.
Wow.
I'm telling you, bro.
That's some high skill there.
People used to hate playing me because I'd go like 20 in a row.
Nigel,
Nice.
Yeah,
the quarters player,
we did.
the player king.
Maybe we need to have that like at a beer fest. Have a quarters tent. But you don't have to drink the whole beer. You get like a 4 ounce. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a forgotten game. It's like the football, the paper football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember that game?
They do, but yeah, I was trying to think of like when was the last time I saw somebody play quarters?
Oh,
90s?
I probably saw somebody play it a couple
90s?
weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At the
They
bar?
were just doing it at the bar. Yeah.
Did you join in?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So
It does better on wooden tables though than like
yeah,
that bar.
yeah.
That
Well,
concrete
if
doesn't do the best
if you've
for
got
bouncing.
skills, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
You know?
Look at Nigel.
at
He's
that,
like,
yeah.
listen,
I
It's a weird flex.
when I was the player king of Oklahoma City, I could do it on
You know,
any surface.
as my homeboy Race told me one time, he said, "A good workman never blames their tools."
Oh, there you go.
So
yeah, I don't even. Yeah. So
malt duck.
where are we going?
No, malt
duck.
duck. What else were you drinking back in the day?
Oh gosh. Anything that we could get somebody to buy us, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Back in that day.
Yeah.
Back in the malt duck day, but a variety of things. Honestly, yeah. I
And-
mean, I would drink Miller Lite. I would drink lots
Yeah.
of red beers because
Yeah.
I actually love red beers.
Do you remember the first? Because we debate this.
Really?
We don't really debate it, but there was a craft didn't used to be a word.
Correct.
It used to be premium. So if you remember the Michelobes that
I
had
mean,
the foil.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yes.
you had the aluminum foil around the
that would be
bottom.
called craft now. Do you remember something that because I remember drinking like Michelob Dark. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I was also like, I have always loved like Negro Modelo. Like,
Oh,
I
really?
Want something, yeah, I want something with a lot of flavor.
Yeah. So you were already leaning towards I need something with flavor.
Oh yes.
I mean, that was like the
absolutely.
Funky Town guys. They were like,
Right.
what they were drinking. They were like, oh, this has more flavor than, the Slits and the fucking St. Ives we've been drinking. So Modelo's a good beer.
Yeah.
I still drink them. Have a little sidecar of tequila to go with it. Keep it classy.
Absolutely.
Classy might not be the word, but I get you.
I mean, classy is wide interpretation, don't you think?
No. No.
So you've had this. I didn't know this beer history about you.
Yeah. And I've brewed with Alex. Like we made a green chili beer together.
I kind of remember you doing some home brews
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like Bry Fry and I brewed on the patio because we couldn't brew inside grains.
Yeah.
Like he taught me how to brew like on the patio
The
at grains.
the
This
original? Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, no, not
Original grains.
The OG?
well. Where I'm at now,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 10.
10.2.
10.
Oh, before
Yeah.
they even set up the brewery. At this one.
No, it was like right afterwards.
Oh,
Like,
got it.
But yeah, it was definitely before the brewery. Like,
Well, yeah, because that's fairly new, really.
Yeah.
Because they were in that space for what, 2 years before they opened? I have no concept of time anymore.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, there was the BF before the fire,
Yes.
and then there's the AF after the fire.
Yeah. So before fire, BF was when like he taught me how to brew, and we did like a Tank 7 clone.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
And then I brewed with him at his house.
Yeah.
Like
He's such a good brewer, though.
he is
So good.
And then I've been brewing with him for 4 years now, like just once a year.
We gotta talk about the Jenny beer.
Envisionation.
Yeah, it's Envisionation. if you've ever watched, you probably sure SpongeBob. It's your imagination. That's what it reminds me of. So, did you go to them and say, "Hey, I want to do my own beer"?
Yes. I was telling them for a long time that I have some ideas for beers. So yeah.
How long did it take you to like really get it through?
I
Like,
probably bugged him for a solid year.
So
And I actually, this is no joke. Like when I had COVID, I dreamed up like 2 beers.
oh, COVID gave you that, huh?
Yeah.
wait a minute. I was thinking this
do-
predated COVID.
Oh, it did. But
Okay.
I also dream beers when I'm sick, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is fucking new.
Yeah.
There's our headline. Dream beers.
Dream
Dreaming beers with Jenny from the grains.
There you go.
I love it.
Wait, Zenny. I like Zenny.
Okay,
better.
Zenny too. Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me that name.
Yeah, because she's a grandmother, so you got to have a grandma name, Zenny.
Zenny. When
Yeah.
did that
Although I'm
happen?
Grandma Gigi. I'm gonna force Olive to call me Grandma Zenny.
Okay, but
gonna
because
force her.
now she's a grandmother, she's very zen as well. She's
that's
a
true.
yoga instructor and all that business. So, so that and she's very zen. If you hang out with her, she's a calming presence.
I
man.
appreciate you over-explaining Grandma Zenny.
You know what? It's for the listeners and the viewers. Hi, viewers. Bloody hell. So tell us about your beer.
Shit, I just spilled.
Uh-oh. Tell us about your beer.
Look, we've had a can explode in this studio. You're fine.
Oopsie. So it is an IPA with fresh ginger, pineapple, and mango.
And this is something you dreamt about?
Oh, that one I didn't. No, that one I just knew what flavors that.
Yeah.
Is that the
it.
one you were bugging them about? Like, is that the
Oh
recipe?
yeah,
You're
that's
like,
the one I
"I've
was
got this."
bugging them about, saying we need to do.
Why
this. I
why
wanna
those
make a beer.
flavors? What about it?
I love ginger, and I love the fruit, and I love IPAs.
Isn't it about to come back out again?
Yes, soon. Actually,
Soon. Oh, she gave us the old Vine Street
Well,
answer.
because I think there was a
Soon.
post about a month ago making it, right?
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And this year we're going to can some, and so I designed a label for it.
Nice.
Breaking news.
Yeah,
I love some
Yeah,
breaking news on
everybody
this show.
we love breaking news.
And then hopefully I'm going to make some T-shirts.
Ooh,
And I had somebody request some stickers, so we'll see.
you gotta do stickers.
Well, here's
I think so.
the other
It's
thing
the
she
T-shirts
does.
I want.
She forces them to do T-shirts and stickers. That's the other
I
thing
mean,
she
I
makes
kind of
happen.
do that too.
Well,
Yeah.
I think
for a
sometimes
good cause.
they need direction. Just gonna call it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a woman's touch.
Well, they're very focused on the beer and the business of the beer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's it been like to go from, you've been home brewing, you've made your own beer, to hopping up there on the big stand and brewing with Brian? What's that been like?
That was so cool. It was a lot of work. So this was 3.5 times more than I've ever brewed before.
Yeah.
And it was a lot, and it's heavy, like walking up that stand, carrying the grains.
Yeah.
I was like, whew.
Yes.
Luckily,
Oh, they don't have one
I
of them
couldn't do it
fancy
by
things.
myself.
Yeah. No, only Nolan has the fancy thing.
yeah.
That's why I'll never help anybody else brew. I don't want to work that hard.
I mean, you had to get up on the little step stool to dump it in the grain room.
Oh, that's
remember?
true. Yeah, yeah.
But it was only like 2 steps.
It was a lot of steps.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
I gotta climb stairs or ladders all the time.
Yeah.
that I'm
I've
doing it.
Seen that system. So what's it been like personally to be like, okay, I had this idea, and people are drinking my idea?
I mean, it's really cool. Although, if you come in to the bar, I'm going to probably force you to try my beer because I would have people.
There goes that fourth thing again.
I
that
mean,
you
I'm
can't
not
do
gonna
it.
try.
To be fair, that's how I tried it the first time.
It probably is. I probably said you have to try my beer. I was so
I
excited
started
about
to
it.
point at a different one, and she's like, "But you haven't had my beer yet.
I mean,
Don't you want my beer?" I mean, it is perfect grandma language.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
ABC, always be closing.
That's right.
And opening.
So how do you like the beer?
I love it.
Was it what you imagined?
Yes, it really was. It was. And Brian helped me so much. Brian Freimuller is amazing.
Shout out to Bry Fry,
Yeah,
head,
so-
head
Yes.
brewer.
Well, so
Right,
what was
right.
that? Like, you took it, you're like, okay, here's the flavors I want in it. Like, what was that process with him of actually making, coming up with the recipe? Because that was fascinating to me that first time Nigel made me do it, and we went to Nolan, and I was like, well, I got these ideas. I can cook, but I don't know shit about beer.
Yeah. Well, I'm the creative process of it, and he's like the brains. For sure.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Creative, technical, left brain, right brain. Got it. No, it's a good beer.
It's a great beer.
Yeah, it's a good beer.
The name. Where's the name come from?
Yeah.
It was. Boy.
Uh-oh.
I know. Imagination and envision. So it's like blending them together.
Yeah.
Was
A
where it was.
cuvee.
Yeah.
It's the word cuvee.
It's a cuvee word.
Okay, heard, chef.
Yeah, right?
Yes, I like it. I like it. No, it's a
Yeah.
great name. It's fun.
Yeah, and John Bedoin talked me into, I forget what it's called now. Put it, in the Urban Dictionary. So envisionation is in the Urban Dictionary.
What? How, you can add words to the Urban Dictionary?
Yeah, and we did it that day.
Did you know about
He
this?
came in.
Why have we not known this?
Yes.
He's not
first
my
year-
friend anymore.
The first year that I created it, he was like, "Where'd you come up with this word?" And I'm like, "I took envision and imagination and put them together."
Wow.
And
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous.
John,
I want
why don't you help us
to
out
put a
with
word
this?
in the.
and then John Bedoin was like, "Get online. We're gonna make it. See if it's a word. Turned it into a word." So I literally have it as a word.
Wow.
If you look it up
You're
on
a word
Urban,
creator.
I am, but I would never. I honestly had never. I might have heard of Urban Dictionary, but like I would never.
had,
I didn't
yeah.
know that you could.
I've heard about it, but I didn't know that you could just submit
you
it.
can add to it. Yeah, and I had to write a little thing of like, what does this mean to you?
We need to get 5011 in there.
Damn straight we do.
What does it mean? Shit ton.
Shit ton,
What's the definition? Shit ton.
for sure.
That's really great. That's really great.
That's freaking awesome.
We need Urban Dictionary as a sponsor.
Yes.
I'm sure they have all of the dollars.
I don't know. It was free to like
Okay,
create
so
my own
it's like
word. I don't know if
Wikipedia.
they have all the dollars.
Wikipedia. So you've been around downtown for years now, kind of like me.
Yeah, now my face is down there.
What does that mean?
Did you know that I'm on one of like the We Are Lee Summit?
Oh, yeah,
On
yeah.
the pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
I
black
had
and
a
white.
I had a problem with that campaign.
Why?
Because you weren't included?
I mean, they included maybe one or two black people. Every time I'm like, really? I don't know who organized that, but
John Bedoin.
It was originally supposed to be on the side of Grains.
I know, but Brad said no.
why?
I don't. Wait, Brad said no? Oh, I thought somebody else said no because it wasn't our building.
Well,
It's what's his face's building. It's fine.
Tim's
It's
building.
Tim's building. Yeah.
It's Tim's building, but yeah, as I was told, Brad said no, and I get it because there's a whole lot of things.
Well, we need a fucking mural on that wall. And can we get the dumpster outside from my front door? Why is it there?
you know what we really need.
We need Shane to fire up that damn
no.
golf cart.
This is the mural we need on that wall.
Oh,
right
Oh.
there.
See, I think we
Right
need my
there.
the sticker, my diversity sticker.
There's room for
on
both.
This wall.
That's fine.
There's
Let's-
room for
and
both.
that. Yeah,
Let's get her
for
done.
Sure, let's get it.
You know what? I just feel like that needs to happen at like 2 a.m.
We need to talk to Tim. We want to paint the wall, bro.
I mean, I got his number.
Let's call him now. You're live. We're doing it live.
Fuck it, we're going live.
So you've been around for a while. I've seen the transformation of downtown, and you kind of have too. What's it
yeah.
been like for you from going from Mingle to down on Douglas now to 3rd Street? What's it been like for you just as you watched it change?
Well, technically, I never was at Douglas. Besides,
But you went there.
I mean, I went there briefly, like truly briefly, but
Because it's a community down here now. You know
it
what I'm saying?
is. I love it. I really truly want to live here. Somebody come buy my house, like pay me a lot of extra money so I can get me a place downtown.
Look, that's the whole point of selling your house right now is that they pay you way more money.
I know.
The problem is, can you buy the next one?
I mean,
Exactly. I know they're so expensive down here.
yeah.
But it's a different vibe. And we moved down here 6 years ago, and it's the best thing we ever did.
Yeah.
Our house is less than half the size of the other one, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I want to do too. Get
Just
something
downsize.
smaller. Oh yeah. For sure.
Yeah, you got a big house.
'Cause I need to- I wanna
you got
travel.
that pool though.
I got that pool, and I do have a studio in it, so I can't complain. It's like perfect for what I have now.
Yeah, how would you manage that if you went to a smaller space for
I'd have
photography
to
wise?
either only do work on location or rent another space, which I really don't want to do.
We probably get you a deal over here at Bridge Space.
Oh yeah, we'll hook you up.
I'm pretty sure Ben has some rooms that need to be filled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I guess that's the thing though is we've all seen where it went from there wasn't a lot down here,
Correct.
and it started to grow. And like we said earlier, mentioned earlier though, with Mingle, that was the start of. Now it's this huge bar district.
yeah.
I mean,
It's a safe Westport. Like that's what I always tell people.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
West-
you come down here on a Saturday night, and it's crazy.
yeah.
Every weekend, somebody can make their own little pub crawl.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome.
And some do.
Oh, yeah.
They call it small crawl.
Yeah.
That's a thing. You know about
no.
the small crawl?
Oh yeah.
See, everybody downtown knows about small crawl.
Yeah.
It's just up and down 3rd Street.
Yeah.
We have noticed at times like people will come in and they've got their punch cards because just some like office or something decided they'd make up a pub crawl and they're like, yeah, we gotta get all these places punched. We're like, I didn't know there was a pub crawl this weekend. There's not.
There's not. We just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out of beer. We need another mystery beer.
Oh,
I know Jenny's on borrowed time, so.
Oh, really?
Well, she's got shit to do. She's got this
Oh.
one.
What are we doing?
It's
well, It is Molson Canadian Lager.
And that's some beer karma.
Did you just rock some Molson in there?
Yes, sir.
I'm happy.
Shout out to my regulars at Transparent, the Lingwalls. He went on a fishing trip to Canada, and that is a Canadian Molson, not an American Molson.
Canadian Molson.
I think they're all Canadian, but here we are.
Like, do you have to like tape a passport and then you make them
exactly.
Americans?
Yeah, your green card.
This one's a little messy.
Oh, that's nothing. You should have seen the last episode.
You should just have seen the last time I was at Nick's house.
Well, and then here.
Well, that's true. I need to come get some of those beers, though.
I've
How many beers do we have?
I got a bunch of toxics for you.
How many beers do you think you have at your house?
20 some,
Okay.
maybe.
I've given most of the winners out. But I tell you, I bought that box of other beer. Just, oh my good Lord.
No.
Oh, I didn't tell you about Other Half, and this brewery out of California did this collab with Friends box. And it's all IPA, double IPA, triple IPA.
Oh my.
And I was like, I had to have it. So I had them ship it to Transparent.
Did I tell you about the beer karma I got the other day?
What was that?
The Boulevard Cuvée Bomber.
Oh, from whom?
Candace down at Whistle Stop.
What was she doing with that?
It was a thank you gift when I had her on my other show.
Oh, we're not getting gifts when we have motherfuckers on the show. What the hell?
Well, they don't love you like they love me.
I didn't know I was supposed to bring a gift. Sorry.
No, you're not.
I literally asked what I was supposed to
No,
bring.
Jenny, your gift is that you're here.
Aw.
Your presence.
Ooh.
Thank you.
But you know what this smells like?
Seriously, I've been asking for Jenny from the Grains since
have.
year one.
Good Lord. Such a little bitch right now. Smells like beer. It smells like something from the 80s.
It smells like basic.
That tastes like 1987. Look, it's beer.
Yeah, that's beer
Still
tasting
better
beer.
than Mickey's Big Mouth.
Ooh. Now I'm
I feel like he's going to argue.
I mean, to me,
no, I'm gonna have to have a Mickey's on the
it
show.
honestly tastes like
No,
McUltra.
this does.
Kind of, yeah.
It's very sweet.
We should have an old school episode. We'd bring nothing but the old Mickey's.
PBR.
We'll have PBR. We'll have a Keystone
Beer.
Light.
I can't drink PBR. They
Why?
changed the recipe.
Really?
So you know what they put in there?
No.
High fructose corn syrup.
What?
Absolutely. That's why it's so sweet now.
When did that happen? Well, okay.
Maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Like when I drink them, I'm adding red to it, so I'm turning it into a red beer.
Okay, that's
With the shot of tequila, more rain. That's our thing.
You shouted that more, Ray.
I know.
Nice.
I love me some Mora.
So are you the red beers? You're putting the Bloody Mary mix or the tomato juice?
Absolutely.
I had never heard of that until I was working in Southwest Missouri. Well, no, I actually was in college. So we went to a friend of ours in college. Her mother passed. We went down to Arkansas, her hometown, for the funeral. And there were scattered around the house for the after gathering. There were 3 kegs, and next to each keg was a table of nothing but just tomato juices.
Yeah.
And I
absolutely.
didn't realize that red beer was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a huge like Nebraska thing.
If you in Texas,
Nebraska, Oklahoma, Arkansas. Southwest Missouri does a lot, but
when I lived in Dallas, you would go to the convenience stores and they'd have the big ass fucking Michelada cans and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I love them.
It's a thing. Yeah, it's good for you.
I made the Red Malata was my cocktail of the week. I used Regal Redma, and that was one of my cocktails.
Her and her cocktails of the week, man.
I love. When did those start? I feel like you've been doing it
Well,
for a while, but
Brad asked me to start doing it. I think it's been a year probably.
Is that hard to make a cocktail every week?
Well, it's hard to like. I'll be thinking of it, and so like.
Envisioning? Yeah, got it.
Yes, trying to work my magic.
envisionating.
Envisioning. Gator.
Yes. Can I tell him what I was thinking about calling it this week?
Yeah, absolutely.
There are no rules.
So I know that I want to use black rum. And so then I started,
Heard.
you look it up, and I looked up some Mai Tais, and then I came across Dirty Diana, and then I started thinking of Lauren Boebert. And so I was thinking that the ODB is Old Dirty Boebert.
Yes.
But I have a feeling they'll ixnay that one.
Don't explain it to him.
Don't
Just call it ODB.
You don't
Just
need to.
call
Oh, just call it ODB.
Okay, but we'll all know out here.
Yes.
And then we're all going to sing.
Here's the
We're all going to sing. Are you down with ODB?
Yeah, you know
oh my
me.
gosh, yeah. I think that's fitting.
I mean, let's go.
I'm going to come in my theater attire.
Phrasing.
I just think it's hilarious that.
Are you?
Well,
Yeah.
I might want to grope my lady in the theater. You never know.
Come in your theater attire.
I think it's awesome.
Oh my God. What's theater attire like? Is that like a tuxedo?
Like a tux.
Yeah.
I mean,
A tux t-shirt?
Have you not been watching the news?
I don't watch the news. You know that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so they went to the theater to go see Beetlejuice.
Wait, she's with her boyfriend, who's a Democrat and owns a bar that had
drag shows.
Perfect.
And
And
I'm
so
like, he'd be my friend.
He's feeling her up in the middle of the theater, and she's vaping, and they kicked her out.
Okay. This is
It's funny.
yeah. I mean, if I was watching the news, yes, but I don't watch the news.
That's true.
Yeah.
Former news guy.
Don't watch the news.
Yeah, I don't watch the news, but I saw it pop across the Book of Face,
Yeah.
and then I went and looked it up, and I'm like, oh. And
Whoopsies.
I watched the actual video, and I was like, this is hilarious.
So you've been in the beer game now for a while. What's that journey been like? I mean, you went from not being in it, even though, to our surprise, you were brewing your own beer, Mr. Beer Kit. What's the journey been like? Has this been how many years with Grain? 7?
I've been with over 7 years now.
Yeah. What's that been
Yeah.
like for you?
I mean, I can't believe it's been that long. I've made so many friendships and met so many awesome people like you guys. I can't imagine not being in it
Yeah.
at some point, but at some point, I want to travel, you know?
You know, you've been known to do that.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
where's Jenny?
itching
Oh,
for a
she's out again.
sabbatical really bad.
Yeah. Where's Jenny? She's in Bali
Yeah.
or Bali.
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 Yeah.
You have another one of those coming up, you think?
So Peru has been on my bucket list, and then I need to do Hawaii to drop off my daddy's ashes, the rest of his ashes, because he's all over the world, and then and Australia and New Zealand. So
Yeah.
I'm floating back and forth.
Yeah. Did we guess the ABV on this Molson?
Oh no, we did not.
We did not.
I'm gonna say like 3.8. I don't know. 4.0.
I'm just gonna say 4.
4.
Yeah.
You want to
plain
try and read it?
4.2.
I can't read that shit.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
We laugh because like the last podcast I was listening to, went to go trying to find this ABV, and you know the joke is we should have like podcast readers, but we never do. Look at him. Look at him.
I got glasses on. I'm still doing this. Did you guess?
You said 4.
I say 4.
I said 3.8.
It's a 4.2. Our actual retail ABV,
What?
5%.
What?
Wow. It doesn't. It tastes.
I'm not sure if I really want to win that one.
Did you win?
I mean, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 4.2, I was closest to go over. But
Yeah.
Closest without going over.
Yeah. That's not bad. We got one more.
I
to
mean,
go.
I said 5.2. I went over. Damn it.
Do you have to be out here right at 1 o'clock?
No. I
Okay.
don't have a client till 3.
Oh, perfect.
We're good.
I've got a meeting at 3.
So she said client. So that I got to ask about the photography. You've been doing that for ever.
A long time.
11
Over,
years.
yeah.
What
A long time. Over 30 years.
what is that to you? Like
That's like my true passion. But my kids have told me I'm a dinosaur in it because I don't want to just be that photographer that like shoot and burn and give it away. Like I still in control. I still believe that it's an art form and that it belongs on people's walls.
Heard.
That's
Okay. I'm
That's
with you.
what I believe. But I know I mean, unless it's like for commercial purposes, and I understand, then you need the file. But otherwise, I want to shoot for people.
there are a lot of photographers that don't give the digital files away.
There's a whole lot more that do, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the new ones that don't understand.
Correct. That
They're-
don't like have a lab number. Have never printed anything.
Yeah,
At
right,
a custom
right,
lab.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I meet people like that all the time.
Yeah. Actually, we just had this conversation with a family friend of ours who's a photographer, and she was talking about people asking for the digital files, and I said, well, it's up to you. I said, but watermark them and charge more.
Yeah.
Is that the way it works?
You should. I mean, because once you give the digital file away, because prints were one of the ways the photographers made the money.
Yeah.
Right? Was through the print,
Yeah.
and so they don't need you.
Right.
do we-
But I believe that portraits belong on a wall.
Yeah.
And not just on your phone or on
Yeah,
your computer. Because
yeah.
what happens when that computer
Yeah.
crashes and you lose everything?
Well, there's the cloud, but there's that.
but then there's what happens if that
Sure.
fails
I'm with you.
totally?
If I
I
could
don't know.
take
What happens when the robots take over and they take the cloud away from us?
I mean, I just saw a robot today on TV.
Dude, they're gonna take over.
AI.
That's why with AI, I always say please and thank you, man. Every time I use that Chat GPT, there are please and thank you. I want them to like me when they take over.
when they take over your phone.
Look, it's not if, it's
It's
when.
when. It's when. Skynet, baby.
No, I hear what you're saying about that. The physical part of it is important. There are so many different ways to use art and photography that doesn't bother me as much. Yeah. But I also think too, like that hurts the business of photography a little bit. Like it's your passion, but it's also a business.
Yes.
You know, artists should get paid too.
I mean,
Absolutely.
funny you should say that. Barrel and Flow.
Barrel and Flow.
So the festival we go to in Pittsburgh, everybody's paid because all those can art, it's by local artists, and everybody gets paid. There's no free,
There's no doing it for exposure.
Yeah, that's why I love about that fest. There's no volunteer. Everybody's getting paid.
Even the brewers get a stipend.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's they're doing it correctly. Number one beer fest in the United States, by the way. Right?
That's right.
Right.
Best damn beer festival in America.
Best
voted by the people.
Hey, speaking of votes, if you're out there in the wild, you got till the 28th of this month. Go ahead and vote for Beers with Nigel. That's the best local podcast in Kansas City.
Go to the pitch. Give us a vote. Actually, they should vote every day.
Because you can vote every day. Yes.
Vote every day for us.
So
we should be better.
I'm serious because I put that on my personal page, which I'd never post on my personal page. Most of the
I
posts,
saw that. It kind of freaked me out at first. I'm like, what is this Nigel thing?
Most of the posts on my personal page is Jenny's music bingo.
And that's because I tag you.
I know you do. You tag me everywhere. I'm like,
Yep.
So I was like, okay, we're trying to win this year. So I'm really pushing hard at the bar for people to vote every day. I'm like, if you voted, I've got the barcode on the bar.
Nice.
Not the barcode,
the QR code.
The QR code. Yeah. So vote early and often.
Right, every damn day. Just pretend you're a Chicago Democrat. Vote all the time.
Wow. Wow. You need to drink some more Molson, man.
Here, I'll give you mine.
Whatever.
I drank mine. It's fine. You still got some left in that can. So what's next for you? Except we know sabbatical's coming at some point.
At some point. I'm gonna do a fundraiser for the Crayons family.
Okay.
For Cindy Crayons. And of course I'm gonna turn it into a drag show.
Okay.
I got the little Trinity.
Yes.
Who's agreed. So yeah, that's gonna be in November.
So let's
I
A
will
little
be asking-
shout out to Family Crayons and
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah,
them so much.
yeah.
They are awesome.
Yeah, Alex came to Pittsburgh.
I know.
And she remember she shows up at the bottle share. I met these guys at the brewery. They were coming here too. So I was like, I guess let's add more to the party. It was great.
That's the great thing about that party.
Yeah.
You just add people. It's fun.
Yeah. And let's talk about that last fundraiser you did. That thing was go ahead and tell.
That was Have a Ball.
Yeah.
And it was actually a private event because there's been so much negativity about drag, and I wanted to bring it into Lee Summit and let people know that it's art.
Yeah.
It is art, and it's creative, and it's fun, and I raised almost $5,000.
Wow.
Or I did the majority of the work. I'm not gonna lie, but
Heard Jeff.
I had amazing drag queens who helped out, and so many people will just once they hear that I'm doing a fundraiser like that, they just I'm like, what can I do?
Right.
What can I do to help? Even new people that that had barely met me. I had a guy donate probably $300 in hats, custom hats that I had made that I raffled off, and it was just amazing.
Yeah.
That people show up for me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I'm
that's good.
so grateful.
That's a cool thing about the beer community around here, the craft beer community, is if you're doing things like that, people will show up.
Yes.
People answer the call for whatever you're raising money.
Yeah.
You're asking for other donations. I mean, like we did something for the social services agency over at the Goat Brewing.
Yeah.
People brought things and they brought money.
Absolutely. I think people are like want to be generous and support.
Yeah.
Just because of the drag issue, I had to keep it private, but I'm not keeping it private anymore.
Did you get pushback for that?
You have to finagle a little bit
yeah,
to,
just
to
a
make
little
it happen.
finagling.
Because
I had to keep it private because people were worried. I mean, look what happened at in Colorado.
right.
You know, like
And I can. Some people are like, well, what about these regulars? What about this, that, and the other? I'm like, if you have an issue with that, you don't have to show up.
yeah, you don't show up that night.
Come back to the tap room another day.
I mean,
absolutely.
I go back to last Sunday. I was at Bricks for their monthly show, right?
Yes.
And I remember last month when I was there, I took my daughter and her boyfriend, and it's a Sunday morning. People are walking by, kind of peeking in there, freaking out. So now they've got a two-way tent or a one-way tent, so you can see out, but you can't really see in because people are like freaking out. I'm like, don't look in there. It says on the door, it's the drag takeover. What do you think we're doing? Drag racing?
Yeah.
So that perturbs me. I'm like, it's not like we're walking down 3rd Street, right? And even if we were, it's not illegal. You know, there's no nudity. Well, not much.
And it's just people having fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what they're doing? They're singing and dancing.
Yeah.
They're performers.
They're performers.
Art.
Right.
That's what it is.
That's what I mean. It's singing and dancing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get me started. Put that soapbox away.
Yeah. But so the last Wednesday of every month, More Rain for the past 2 months has been coming in, and we're going to make it a thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to have drag bingo the last Wednesday
How's
of
that been
every
going?
month. It's been great. People love it. Like,
More is awesome.
And she knows how to engage.
I know.
That's the beauty of it.
She's a doll baby.
Yeah, and it's cool because if you don't understand drag and you have somebody that comes in, there's an opportunity for you there to be like, okay, it's not evil.
Right.
It's not what I thought. It's not what there's cities are banning
And it's not
drag.
the
Get
caricature
fuck
that
out.
you saw on stupid sitcoms in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Right.
So
absolutely not.
I think that's a great way to approach it, is to bring it into some mainstream events and let people experience it, because I love a fucking drag show. Get the fuck out of here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's some of the funnest times I've ever had.
Me too. It's
You know what I'm saying?
I'm so happy, like, for days afterwards. Like, and I always have been. I grew up like respecting drag.
Yeah.
So my daddy was a huge Rocky Horror fan.
Oh well, there
So
you go. There you
I
go.
love
Yeah.
it. So I love a man in drag.
Yeah. I mean,
Dr. Frankenfurter.
I started going to drag shows like probably in 1989.
Yeah.
I mean, Oklahoma City has a big drag community, and they do the Sunday night thing, and we would go in there, just be pretty damn epic performers back then.
Yeah.
So, but everybody thinks that there's some sort of, I don't know, weird shit about it. I'm like, whatever. It's people. This is one of my rules in life. I'm gonna let you be who you are. Now I get to decide if I want to fuck with you. if you're over the top, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or, some people you can only take in little spurts. Some people you can hang out with all the time. Nick, he and I have a good relationship. We traveled together for the last 3 years.
Yeah, you must love each other.
And we brought a third wheel.
We did. And he survived. He's fine.
He loved. Have you voted for him, by the way?
I have.
Okay, good. Shout out to Joker Bees. And
Joker
Brian.
Bees Barbecue.
Brian,
Vote for him as
Lavelle,
well.
The Lavelles, yeah. So, no, yeah, I think what you're doing is great, because I think for you, I think it challenges Brian and Brad to kind of think outside the box. And I think sometimes you need somebody in your circle to be like, let's try this, when you normally wouldn't try it. Right. Now with Nick and I, it doesn't matter, because we'll do anything twice.
You want to do this? All right.
Only kinky the third time.
Exactly.
But is it?
Not really. I mean, it can be.
I mean, we had the cockamamie idea. We were actually going to, before we decided, we realized how much beer we had to bring back, we were going to drive that convertible Z to Pittsburgh.
Oh, gosh. Really?
I mean,
absolutely.
Look, the only worry about that was like how much pain are our knees and backs going to be in?
Actually, since there's no back seat,
we're not spring chickens.
since there's no back seat, you're damn near laying down anyway.
Well,
so I
true.
think you'd be fine. Should we have our last mystery beer and we can wrap this up?
I think we should. Well, you were saying,
Jenny
it's,
from the Greens.
it's good for Brad and Brian to have that. So, but even
Just throw that down there. Goddamn.
damn. Even people around in the that come in just to see something different.
Yeah.
Expand the horizons a little
Barntown.
bit.
Yep. What you got there?
I have Barntown Neon Hazy IPA.
Okay.
Is that Iowa?
Yep. We yes. It's Des Moines. That was a
That was
terrible,
weak.
terrible
Des
burp.
Moines.
You tried to force it. Lies.
Nah, just didn't roll out the way I thought it was going to roll out.
Well, here we are. Did you drink the rest of your Molson? You did not.
I might cry burp that Molson later.
Oh, it's going to burp and it's not going to be pretty.
No.
That would make a great red beer.
Yeah, because it needs to be dolled up a little bit for sure.
It needs to be in drag.
It does. Absolutely.
Crack beer, got it. I love that can. That can's cool. Neon. Barntown. It looks cool. It smells lovely.
Smells wonderful.
A little bit of a green hue to it.
Yeah. It's good. I don't know why it's not very cold.
It's not. Maybe it's because there's no ice in that.
Well,
Bag.
it was. I mean,
It has holes burned at the bottom. No ice is going to stay in that pack.
It's good.
I
Okay,
like that beer.
I'm going to guess
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
6-2.
You do not store cold.
I did. They've been in the
Jesus
refrigerator
Christ.
for weeks. I'm gonna go 6'9".
Well, hold on.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus. Sweet baby magic Jesus.
Is that 6 pound, 8 pound, 6 pound, 8 ounce, 21-inch baby Jesus?
Like, seriously, it's tiny pink text on a black
You know, I think last time we determined that
Iowa
Barntown
doesn't
have
do
the
it.
ABV.
Wait, what?
Well, at least Barntown didn't, because the last episode.
Nope.
Well, not the last episode. When we had Funky Town on, we had a Barntown, and he ended up looking it
He
up.
untapped it.
He untapped it. So,
Is that what we're going to have to do?
I mean, I suppose.
I don't use Untapped anymore.
Why not?
Because I got some weird text or messages like, hey, are you still out here? And I don't necessarily want people to know where I'm at sometimes.
I don't like public
Do you know
record
what
of
I'm
my
saying?
drunkenness.
You can do it without the location, you know. She's like,
It would be like when I was checking something in. And then
Oh, got
I'd
it.
get a message.
Barntown.
Since you already took 6'9", I'm going to go 6'4".
Oh, apparently I've had this beer before.
Yeah, you check in a lot. So how often do you like go in? And, oh, yeah, I've already
Double
done
dry
this.
hopped New England IPA with Citra and Mosaic. I had it when? 2021 at Diametric. 6.5.
Oh,
6.5. Yeah.
I notched 2 victories today.
Did you? What'd you
Nice.
say?
6'4".
yeah. I said 6-2.
Fucker.
I mean, okay, 1.5 victories. The Molson's not a real win.
No. You won that, motherfucker. You're taking that with you. That's awesome. Well, Jenny, it's been great to have you on, girl.
Thank you.
We've been talking about this for 11 years. That's a shit ton.
That's
Or
a
two.
shit ton of
Yeah,
years.
Or
yeah.
two.
Normally we ask where people can follow you on social media, but you probably don't want anybody following you.
No, not really.
If you want to come see Jenny, you can come see her at Grains and Taps.
Yeah.
You know, she's there.
The OG location,
Most
downtown
days.
Lee Summit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
10 Southwest 3rd Street.
yeah.
On Thursday nights. Well, hang on. Wednesday nights, I do musical bingo, free to play, win free beer or an app. And the last Wednesday of every month, I'm going to have it. It'll be drag bingo. So much fun. And Thursday nights from 8 to midnight,
Oh, yeah.
we have, well, I call it Thirsty Thursdays. They call it Customer Appreciation. So it's Thirsty Thursdays.
It's still customer appreciation.
It's always customer appreciation.
That's what it was back in the day.
Like,
I know.
when is that bar? You take care of everybody in there, though. It's always customer appreciation in there.
Heard, Chef.
Oh, true.
I mean, there's beer.
There's beer and there's Jenny. She takes care of everybody.
Do you have a favorite style?
I honestly, I go back and forth. I love me some IPAs. I love sours, except for they can't have lactose in them, and most of the ones at Grains have lactose, unfortunately. And I love some stouts. Yeah.
What's your favorite Grains beer?
Envisionation. That was a dumb question, Nick.
Yeah.
It's Envisionation.
I really love that black lager of the song right now. Not the black IPA.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Have you had that?
So,
No.
Escape Groom.
Escape Groom. It's
Yep.
kind of named after Brian. Brian, I suppose. Escape Groom.
Escape Groom.
It's fucking stellar.
I haven't had that one.
Yeah, it's number one on the
It is.
board.
It's really good.
I don't get mad at me, but the Gully Womp might be my favorite there.
I haven't seen Gully Womp in a while.
Gully Womp is back.
Oh.
It's been on for 2
It's
weeks.
damn
See,
near,
I've been stuck on an IPA.
it's damn
Yeah.
near a perfect beer to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Like right now, my favorite is mandolin and violins.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good
But
one. Yeah.
Until mine comes on.
Yeah, heard you. So tell us the hours that Grains is open.
Okay, so open 3 to 10 on Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, 3 to midnight. Saturday, noon to midnight. And Sundays, noon to 4. Although, I believe I saw on the Book of Face that in October and November, just because we're not going to have both locations open during the games,
Right.
we'll be closed on Sundays downtown, but only for October and November.
Because there's a second location.
Right. Because,
We haven't talked about
Pine
that.
Tree Plaza, which is 310 Southwest Blue Park.
Blue
Yeah,
Parkway.
it's
Sure.
in, 2 doors up from the DMV.
Yeah. 2 doors down from
Pine
Jazzy
Tree
Bees.
Plaza, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and they've got different food at
So that's
at the Pine Tree.
the Pine Tree is the one to go to for watching football games on Sundays.
Well, yes, starting in October.
There's more tellies in there.
Gotcha.
Yes,
And
lots more.
apparently they have Sunday
it's a bigger
ticket as well.
location.
I think they're doing Sunday
Yes,
ticket. So
they are.
that used to be that's if you're not a Chiefs fan, you're going to watch Raiders or somebody.
Multiple games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I
have
wa- I
different
want to
hours.
come
They
back-
open at like 11, and they
Yeah.
have lunch where I don't have lunch.
Oh, heard.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
You know what they need to bring back?
What's
Remember the old NTN trivia days? The
Oh
little
yeah,
tablet?
yeah,
But they used to have the QB1. You could
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
all the games and play the football.
yeah.
Yeah, they need to bring that back.
They actually they went from the little controllers to like you could do it on your phone. It was an app.
Ah.
Yeah, but I haven't seen that since.
I just loved the QB1. My wife and I would go out to a bar and watch football all day on a Sunday, get drunk, just playing that game.
I have no idea what that is.
It was something to keep you in the bar.
Yeah.
basically,
Oh, gotcha.
it's like a game console,
And it worked.
and they had things on TV
Oh,
like
was
trivia.
it the thing that you could like?
Right, yeah, it
Oh,
had
yeah,
trivia,
yeah.
but
I
then they had-
actually have done that before.
but they
I just
also
don't
had
know
a
what it was
football
called.
version where you like would predict the plays.
Nice. Yeah.
We used to do that at Ugly Joe's where it would be like a betting situation. We might bet $1, and we'd bet, okay, what's the next commercial going to be, a car or a beer commercial? What's the next play going to be, a run or a pass? And dollars would be
Nice.
going back and forth. You might leave $20 short that day, or you might leave $20 up. So
Right.
because it was just
It's like
something
like
to do.
playing mound ball at the baseball game.
What is that?
So in between innings, when they'll toss the ball out to the pitcher's mound, right, for the
Okay.
pitcher to come pick up, and does it stay on the mound in the dirt? Everybody puts $1 in.
I've never heard
and
this
and the
before.
cup, so everybody puts $1 in the cup, so the cup passes between people each inning. So if you're holding the cup and it stays, you get the money.
Is that still a thing?
Oh.
They throw the ball out there.
Well, when you make the out, you roll the ball back up.
You do?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking breaking news to me.
A lot of baseball.
Anyway, well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
This has been fun. I've learned some things about you. I thought I knew everything about you. Apparently, I fucking don't.
Oh, there's a lot more you don't know.
Oh, I'm sure.
well, stay tuned for part 2.
That's a different podcast.
That's Beers with Nigel after dark.
After dark. Drive safe, everybody. Thanks for listening.
We're out.
Peace out.
You've been listening to Beers with Nigel, a show about beer and other stuff, hosted by Nigel Woodbury and that other guy, Nick Parker. Beers with Nigel is poured for you by Dire Oil Graphics, providing bumper-to-bumper graphic design, promo products, and print services. Find them at direoil.com. Beers with Nigel is a proud member of the Fredcast Network and is available on all of your favorite podcast flavors. Find Beers with Nigel on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and ask Alexa to play the Beers with Nigel podcast.